Hey guys, this is another episode of the podcast Chaya on Love. And Chaya, this is Chaya, and here you go with another amazing question submitted from singles just like you all over the world, getting the epic love habits that they need to increase their revenue and relationships. Because the truth is, the skills that we take in our personal life, we can apply to our public life to not only have our inner heart grow, but also the relationship skills that we need to grow in wealth as well. So here's another question. I'm going to read it off the screen. It goes like this. It was submitted, and she says, about my perfect husband. Is it possible that I am looking for something that doesn't truly exist? The so called perfect husband? Maybe I need to let go of control and trust God to bring the right person into my life. So there are two different concepts here. One is, yes, you have a perfect soulmate. This doesn't mean he doesn't have traumas and challenges and screwed upness. This means that he's healthy because we all have traumas and screwed upness and things in our life that we're not proud of or things that we've gone through. But the difference is you can categorize every single person essentially in life based on if they're healthy or not healthy. A healthy person knows how to show up to their pain, communicate what's bothering them in a safe way, and also approach their pain instead of avoid it. So, an unhealthy person will try to avoid their pain. They will try to run from their pain. They will smoke pot or watch porn or smoke cigarettes or overwork or be on social or all these things that when they feel pain, they might attack you back. You're too needy. I don't want to talk about this. It's not the right time. You're so silly, you're too emotional, whatever it is, like people avoid pain, right? They don't want to manage it. So when you're avoiding pain and you're not managing your negative emotions, that's called unhealthy. When you avoid and not acknowledge pain, but you retract from it so that you don't actually manage it properly to process and release it. A healthy person has had traumas also and pain, which is part of life on a regular, but they know how to communicate their feelings in a healthy way, not attack or blame other people for their own behavior, as well as approach the pain to hear what it's truly saying, process it, and then release it. So they're okay. So your perfect husband is available to you because what does that mean? What is perfection? Perfection means that he is perfect for you. What does that mean? So for me, I am Jewish. I am spiritual. I love nature. I love money. I love kids. I love hosting. I love opening up my home. I love spontaneity. I love adventure. I love coaching. Okay. My husband is also Jewish, also spiritual, also of the exact same like spiritual path in my Judaism. So, like Chabad light, like there's so many specifics of the lifestyle that we have in similarities that makes no conflict. I'm going to repeat that. That makes no conflict in our lifestyle on how we live practically day to day and how we raise our children. I don't smoke. He doesn't smoke. I don't watch porn. He doesn't watch porn. I don't smoke pot. He doesn't smoke pot. Okay. I like to talk about my feelings. He likes to talk about his feelings, and he's available to talk about his feelings. And even if he doesn't do it as much as me, he knows how to sit and listen and talk back. It's not like he is a wall of trauma that doesn't know how to communicate effectively. We both like kids. We both wanted kids. We both like nature. We both go camping. Okay. Do we have quarrels and challenges? Have we gone through really hard times? Did we need therapy at points? Yes. A perfect marriage isn't perfect because it doesn't have hard times or challenges or rough spots or difficult points of communications. What it means is that this person is perfectly suited for you. They like your quirks. They don't find them annoying. They, like your weirdness. They think it's cute instead of strange. They'll never attack you for your idiosyncratic behavior. They'll embrace it. They're your safe space instead of challenging you. They'll appreciate the things that you appreciate in this world. And they'll have the same values, systems, lifestyle, belief systems, and faith as you. So that when you finally do make the decision on how to live the rest of your lives together, there is minimal friction and conflict in the decision making of the practical day to day. So, yes, we all have specific soulmates. This is not my idea. It comes from the Bible. I am a person of faith. I very much believe in God. I very much believe in the Torah, in the Bible, in the Old Testament, and what it says. And it basically says we do have soulmates. We have actually a mate who was destined for us, that was created specifically for us to fulfill our purpose 40 days before we were born. And then just coming into this world with all these different souls, we actually have 7 different potential soulmates. But based on how much we understand ourselves and how much we work to elevate ourselves, to love ourselves and be godly, and actually treat ourselves with kindness and elevation, we attract who we are. And so we can attract our number one potential perfect soulmate. Not perfect because there's no challenges, perfect because they were destined for us to achieve our purpose, to elevate our life, to fulfill us in the way that they only could. I dated a lot of guys, and they were all great in their own ways, and they all were wonderful in their own ways, but none of them were my soulmate. None of them saw me and loved me and elevated me and matched me like my husband, my true soulmate, right? So you can have a lot of connections, a lot of vibes, a lot of great things going on with different people. But when you're honest with yourself and you know your values, your faith, your belief systems, how you want to raise your kids, what you want to do for the rest of your life, and you have that clarity, then you can actually attract your perfect soulmate because he has that clarity too. And you can align in your lifestyle of choice and your behaviors of choice and your personalities of choice. Like, if my husband never wanted guests over and I always wanted guests over, it would make my life really depressing because I love having people in my home. But he has that same open heart, open home vibe as me. So we attract people all the time. He doesn't need me to tell him 3 days in advance. I can tell him 3 hours in advance if people are coming to the house because we have that same vision, that same lifestyle, that same soul print that he perfectly matches and appreciates, that we can create our dreams and our goals together. So you do have your perfect soulmate that is destined for your soul's purpose to match you, love you, elevate, and enhance you, so that you can have a really epic life, not without challenges and hardships and pain, but without a lot of avoided friction that comes from people having different visions of culture, personality, and lifestyle as you. Okay. The second question was, maybe I need to let go of control and trust God to bring the right person into my life. You do need to let go of control and trust God to bring the right person into your life, but that still means you have a perfect husband, because letting go of control is two things. You need to be in control of what's in your control. Okay, so the only thing in your control is your thoughts, your speech, and your actions. Everything else, give it over to God. I'm going to say that again. You do need to be in control only of the things in your control: your thoughts, your speech, your actions. Are you feeling like you're not enough and you don't have a husband, so you're in a state of lack? Or are you like, I'm totally good, I love life, and when he comes, we will elevate each other, right? That's your thoughts, that's your belief systems, your voice. Are you constantly complaining, I'm so single, it sucks, there's no good men out there, dating is so hard, matchmakers are so annoying? Or are you like, you know what? I got me, I love me, I don't need other people, I got myself, I know he's going to show up at the right time. If she doesn't work for me, I'm going to move on and bless her and find the right, angels in my life. It's okay if she's not the right one. Thank you, God, for showing me the clarity that she's not working for me. If she's a matchmaker or a friend or a source or a dating app, if it's giving you conflict and friction, thank you, God, for making it clear that this is not the right path, because my highest soulmate is going to come to me smoothly, not with friction. Because if it's with friction, then he's not really your soulmate that's going to give you a frictionless life. He's going to also give you friction in your life if he came through the source of friction. Think about that. Think about that. So when you are understanding that letting control is letting control of the two things that are not in your control, especially time and space, are in God's control. The timing of when he comes into your life, totally on God. And where he shows up, like whether it's on your doorstep or in Hebron or in Jersey, like at a, like that's in God's hands. The time and the space of when he shows up, or she, when your soulmate shows up in your life, is in God's hands. So stop thinking, where do I need to move? Where do I need to go? Where are the singles? Where are the singles getting married? Where's the dating scene? Where's the sing? No, no, no. Just think about
where am I the happiest? Where am I living my highest life? Where is my joy coming from? Where is my environment safe? Where is my opportunity and purpose constantly thriving? Where do I have a really good support system and a network that I'm constantly giving back to the world and elevating myself, living out my talents and my purpose, and bringing joy into my life by contributing and impacting my environment? Once you're already on that high level where you're constantly impacting your environment in a positive way, which then gives you back positive energy, do that, go there, stay there, and he will come to you at the right time and at the right space. You got to know that. My husband is younger than me and was not religious, and I was, or observant of the laws that I kept for a very, very long time. So a lot of it was he just needed to become ready and at the level that I was at. So at the right perfect time we can meet and already have everything in sync. So really timing is in God's hands. Always think about the examples in your life of how timing wasn't exactly what you wanted, but when it finally worked out, it was better than you thought. You have to write down and like put those examples and memories on your wall so you can remember my timeline is not nearly as good as God's timeline, and he will come to me, but in the time and space of God. So let that go. That's not your control. What's in my control is my thoughts, my speech, my actions. Am I bitching and moaning? Am I praising God and being thankful, counting my blessings? Am I thinking I've got this? He's going to come to me at the right time. I love my life. I'm not going to waste my life worrying just because I'm not married yet and be in a state of lack, because how are you supposed to attract someone who's going to elevate your life if you're in like a negative headspace, right? That doesn't match. That's friction. You want an epic love, you have to learn how to stay inside yourself with love, which means you will cry and have painful and bad days, but you don't stay there. That's not your like regular zone headspace. And essentially, that you will have the right person come into your life, but you have to remember that marriage doesn't solve anything. It doesn't fix any problems. It creates a new set of problems. Okay. So when you think, oh, I just need to get married, I just want to have babies, I just need a man who's going to hold me and love me, I promise you, you're just going to have a different set of needs. Like you're just going to want him to hold you more, or be upset that he's not able to hold you, or be stressed if you can't get pregnant right away, or God forbid you have a miscarriage, or this, that, or the other thing. Like, dude, if you don't learn how to find your gratitude and find your blessings and love yourself, getting married doesn't change anything. It doesn't solve anything. It doesn't bring that much joy into your life if you don't know how to facilitate and create joy inside of yourself to even see your joy. An unhappy person, even with the best people around them, is unhappy. You could be the hottest girl in the world, but if you have dysphoria and you think your body's fat, you can have 50,000 people telling you you're the hottest chick in the world, but you still see yourself as fat. It doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter what other people see you as. It matters what you see yourself as. So, what the most important thing for you to realize is that marriage is not going. Tati has a screen. So what matters, what just happened to the recording? Adam. So basically, it is not about getting married that is going to make your life better. It's about understanding that only your perception of joy and self love will even allow you to appreciate when you do have a great man in your life. So this is not once I have something, then I'll be okay, but that I will practice being okay and seeing my blessings so that when they're around me, I can appreciate them. So, yes, you do have a soulmate. Yes, this is about you learning how to elevate yourself. Yes, this is about you controlling only what's in your mind, your speech, your actions, giving over time and space to God. And remember, choosing the right people to make your environment and process as frictionless and as fruitful as possible. So I love your questions. Keep coming, keep sending them in. This is another amazing episode on the epic love habit from CHAYA GARCIA, which is me on this amazing podcast where I help you guys get the epic love that you truly deserve to not only grow your revenue and your businesses, but also the interpersonal relationships in your private life. So keep sending me your questions. I look so forward to hearing from you, and I have an amazing day. See you on the next episode. Remember to subscribe and like this and comment below so we can keep this channel growing to help more women and men get that epic love that they so deserve, which always starts with you, because the whole world deserves an epic love that you can share with them. And you deserve an epic love that will be yours to be loved unconditionally for that very special and unique spark that's only in you. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Take care.